It's cloudy. It's wet outside. What a crummy start to the day, but it'll be all right. We'll make it work. Hey, good morning to you. I'm WESH 2 First Warning Meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's going on in the world of weather. Let's just take a live look outside on our Tower Cam network. See what's doing over downtown Orlando. It is cloudy. It is moist. Head over to the WESH 2 Studios Tower Cam. Kind of looks like a winter's morning, doesn't it? Yeah, not the prettiest. Orlando International Airport Tower Cam. Cloudy, wet. New Smyrna Beach. I reckon we're not seeing a ton of people on the water, right? Yeah. Saharan dust and rain. It's kind of where we're at, right? New Smyrna Beach. Let's head over to Ocala. Hey, not too bad in Ocala. You're looking pretty good. Kennedy Space Center, Brevard County. Oh, geez. It's that stuff on that bottom left corner that's moving in, yeah. And last but not least for this morning, have to show Port Canaveral. Kind of cool stuff happening over in Port Canaveral this morning. You've got front and center, Utopia of the Seas, world's largest cruise ship, now calling Port Canaveral home, doing 3 and 4 night cruises. I'm not getting paid to talk about this. It's just pretty flippin' cool. And then, and it's funny because like I was looking at this because I love cruising, but like look at what is also coming into port. This is our Tower Cam network shot over in Port Canaveral, thanks to our friends at Rusty's. But like, anybody know what that thing is? That's not a cruise ship. That's a little more of an out of this world. Like you've literally in one camera shot. You've got one camera shot, and on the one hand, you've got the brand new world's largest cruise ship, right? Second largest ship? I thought Wonder was the second largest ship. What's happening here? Is Wonder now the third largest ship? I'm confused. What? It's the largest ship to ever call Port Canaveral home. Is okay. Thank you, Derek. Icon is okay. All right. Largest ship to ever call Port Canaveral home. My bad, y'all. I forgot about Icon. I forgot. I forgot. Okay. Speaking of icons, though, there's one right there. Anybody? Anybody know what that is? That's Falcon 9. I forgot about Icon. All right, so I'm obviously not the largest nerd in the world. The Enterprise D was built in Utopia Planet. Yes. Yes, Yukon. I actually I had the book, um the blueprint book for it. And I remember thinking, just nerding and nerding, nerding. Yeah, Wonder and Utopia are virtually the same size. I think there's a couple of feet difference, but yes. All right. Anyway, first warning, live Doppler radar. Lots going on here. Before we even get into that, let's just look at the wide shot. Okay. Yeah, we've got a lot of moisture kind of bubbling up. Let's widen the shot even more. It's that tropical air, which, by the way, like, I could argue this is probably the piece of energy that is in our long range cycling. Barrel was the dominant low this version, which was upper level. This is the surface feature now. Anyway, I digress. Point is this is going to be something to watch the next cycle around, I believe. But there's a lot of clouds around. Let's come over to our first warning live Doppler radar and see what's doing. And in the metro, you can see those showers. Now it's a shame that it's a little glitchy when I play it back on the screen there because it's so smooth on my computer screen. But you can see some showers sneaking on in through the metro. Heavier stuff just east. And this is that line of stuff that we were watching coming over to Port Canaveral there on that tower cam shot around Titusville, right? Coming over to the Kennedy Space Center here in the next few minutes' time. Yeah. We'll be watching that wave of heavy rainfall. Let's just look. I'm just curious. Using our live radar. Yeah, some pockets of heavy stuff there. Let's look at the National Weather Service Doppler radar. 22, 18. So 20, 30 mile per hour gusts. Some good heavy rainfall, though, for sure, kind of working into the Brevard corridor there. Up to Volusia County, New Smyrna Beach, still raining with some lighter showers extending up past the inlet to the shores, Port Orange, Dunlawton area. DeLand, DeLeon Springs, some light shower activity for you. All right. And then over here to the southwest, like the Four Corners area, watching some heavy stuff around Windermere, Walt Disney World. Nothing too bad. But yeah, there it is. Joanne says, so tired of this weather. I don't even know what to say to that. Temperatures out the door, 70s and 80s. So it's not too bad. 12-hour forecast showing. Oh, I've got the inset box again, so I have to go to the half screen version. There we go. All right. So rain this morning and then actually looking better and better and better through the day today. So just plan accordingly for that morning commute. It's an interesting little weather pattern, this is. You know, this is not your normal pattern. Which I would venture to say is probably because of that little tropical bubble up. I would venture to say is probably an indicator for the next cycle around. Cats, tats, and gats. I love this weather. Okay with it. I mean, it's, I'm okay with it. It's super muggy in Deltona and Port Orange. Oh, yeah, a lot of moisture around. Okay, so this is the little tropical piece that's here. And we'll get deeper into the tropics shortly, but as far as tropical activity goes, it still has a low 10% chance of development. So do I think that it's going to form? Probably not, at least not this cycle. But it is an area to watch, kind of just sitting around doing its thing. It's going to be bringing us kind of this odd weather this morning, right? So when we look to the overall weather pattern here, high pressure, southwest Florida, trough off of our east coast, high rain chances today. But over the next couple of days, we're going to watch that trough pull away, and we're going to get back to our normal forecast for today, for tomorrow into the weekend. So yeah, showers and thunder showers are with us. We just have this odd little thing, this morning. How long will this piece of energy give us rain chances? Today, tomorrow, but by tomorrow night into the weekend, rain chances will start returning back to normal. So let's take a look at the 7-day forecast here. And you kind of see we're looking normal. Now we'll look at Futurecast here in a moment, just to give you an idea. But yeah, it's not looking all that wild. So let's do this. Futurecast. All right. So here's first off, like bravissimo, the model picked it up. All right. We'll bring Futurecast full. There goes the rain. Doo-doo-doo-doo. By lunchtime, we're actually looking good. Then a couple of showers this afternoon. So this is going to be one of those like rando afternoons where the weather's better than the morning. During the summertime, that just doesn't really happen. All right. Then to tomorrow. Looking good. Maybe a little bit of patchy fog. Some clouds around tomorrow morning. Some showers around the west coast. Then into the afternoon, start bubbling up some shower. I mean, that's about as dry as can be. Literally, Futurecast, I'm singing your praises, and then you go and do something. I mean, I guess if this thing now this has me wondering, does Futurecast try to develop? Hold on, I suppose we should look at this. Give me a minute. Sat tropical. I'm just curious. So this is our Futurecast model, but I'm curious if Futurecast is going to try and develop this, because if it does, then that would really dry us out tomorrow. Interesting. It does kind of try and spin up the low. Yeah, so that's interesting. That would dry us out. That would starve us of moisture tomorrow, and then by Saturday, we'd be able to get back to normal. So interesting. So based on that, now I'm not forecasting today. I'm off still. I'm not back at work until Saturday. So, but it does look like Saturday would probably be, yeah, Saturday's back to normal shower and thunderstorm coverage. That makes sense. Right. I tweeted while on Coffee Talk. If that's the case, then it was something that I literally typed. Oh, the SPS, yeah. I was gonna say it must have been something that I typed a while ago. Yeah, that the SPS stuff is automatic. What? So yeah, looks like Saturday rain chances go up. So tomorrow could be dry. Now that's interesting. Let's look at the Her model together here. I need the all right. Let's pull up the Her model here because all right. So here's the Her model. I'm curious. So it doesn't look like it picked up on this morning's rain chances as well. And you can kind of see it's bringing rain this afternoon. So the Her model didn't. We'll see, right? The herd did not pick up on this morning's rain as much. I do think we still could see some rain this afternoon, but yeah, not wild. But into tomorrow, I mean, it's going with some rain, but limited. So that theory, I think, is a good one. I think that the idea is rain chances tomorrow will be off again, as this tropical moisture is out east of us. And then by Saturday, Sunday, we'll get back to normal. Yeah. Yukon says back to work Saturday, then off Sunday, Monday. Should have taken another vacation day. So during inside baseball time, during July, you're really not allowed to take time off. So um, I I can take time off if I'm not doing like newscasts. So for example, during the week this week, I'm doing graphics, so I was able to take the time off. Saturday, I'm on the air, was not able to take the time off. With my schedule change, it was off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then work Saturday, Sunday, and then I work next week, and then I'm off the following week. But again, it's just the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I've every summer I do this because the family's off on summer vacation, and so if I'm not doing newscasts and I have 5 weeks vacation, they usually let me burn my time when like Tony and Kellyanne cannot because they're doing newscasts. So yeah, that's the way it works. Yukon, how does automatic tweeting work? Software coding. Yeah. So anyway, rain chances tomorrow down just a little bit because of this little tropical thingy out east of us. Doesn't look like it would develop. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So that's the infrared satellite imagery. Here's the visible satellite imagery. Sun coming up, and you could see, a good bubble up of clouds and moisture there. But let's talk about this part of the pattern, okay? In our cycling pattern, the Gulf to Florida low, this was a very complex piece of energy. And I think that this is it. It's up here now, and it'll continue to move away. But the next time, do I think that we could probably see something around August 18th through the 26th in that area? Yeah, I do. I do. So this is the part of the pattern that I think is recycling right now. Beryl was there. It was an upper level feature, became a surface feature, which overpowered this guy. Either way, though, it's there. Yeah. What's happening to Wesh? I don't know. I don't know what to say. Is there something happening at Wesh? Is there something happening I don't know about? When I'm on vacation, I don't really watch a ton of the news because I'm trying to do the like the parent thing. So is there something happening that I don't know? I hope. I hope not. All right. So, any questions about this tropical thingy or any other tropical? New programs, less you and Big T. I mean, I feel like there's plenty of Tony. I feel like I mean some you got to understand summer Keith is always everybody's taking vacations and stuff. So summer's always like a little off. And Tony and I have been there so long um, that we are just trying to burn through vacation. So yeah, it's one of those things where like this time of year, everybody's trying to throw the vacation together. It'll be back. It'll be back. You know, it'll be back. Is it moving north? It's kind of, at the moment, it's kind of just like bubbling. You know? Are you on each morning at this time, JTTJ? Yes. Every morning, just about. Look, I mean, life happens sometimes. But every morning at just about 8 a.m., we do the coffee talk thing. So, yeah. Yeah. Allison says nothing seems to be happening at Wesh, just the morning news. I was going to say, like, I feel like it's just the normal stuff. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Hey, I want to show you something else kind of neat out there. So Beryl moved through. Of course, we know it was a Category 5 storm. It was a beast of a storm. But take a look at this. This is kind of interesting. Okay. Departure from normal sea surface temperatures. Take a look there. Cooler than average north of the Yucatan. And basically in the path of the storm, south of Cuba, out near the Caymans, and through the central Gulf of Mexico, average. The gray is average temperatures. So Beryl's upwelling actually helped cool the Gulf down just a little bit. I think that's kind of fascinating. I mean, I know I can't be the only one that feels that way. Right? Yukon says burn through vacation. I get 5 weeks, 2 in a calendar year, and I've burned through all but one. It's a challenge because seriously, like half of the year is limited. Like we are not allowed to take off sweeps months, which may or may not still be a thing, but they do it. There's all these stipulations. So I try to take it when it's restricted, but I'm not on TV. It's a whole thing. You spend almost, I've been in TV 22 years, almost 20 with my company, with Hearst. So you're just doing the best you can. Catherine's asking about upwelling. Yeah. So Beryl moved through kind of, and I'm just gonna roughly draw this, so do not judge. But Beryl kind of roughly moved through this corridor here. And so while it's sitting there just spinning and throwing waves and all that stuff, yeah, it's terrible art. It actually pulled up some cooler water from the depths of the sea and brought it up to the surface. So actually, the water temperatures in that ribbon have come down just a little bit. That's one of those like magical things about meteorology. I'm always, always amazed at cold water upwelling. Yeah. Cindy says that's pretty cool. Wonder how long it'll stay that way before it returns to a rolling boil. Yeah, like a simmer. I know. Yeah. 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 I go back to work never, Chris says. It's my goal. Look, I've got 25 years to go. I'm 40, 50, 65, 20, 22 if somehow I can get early retirement. Otherwise, 25. Yeah. Trevor says 22 years, reaching retirement status. I know, man. I know. I know. Did you see the Sun and Fun 2025 poster? Our colorful Mooney buddy is front and center. I did not, Matt. I did not. Sun and Fun 2025 poster. I'm looking. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. They put I don't want to say it's the ugliest Mooney I've ever seen because that's not such a thing, but look at that. It is the multicolor Mooney. I've got a picture of it when I walked by it there last year. All right. Okay. Surprised with the rest of the ocean being so warm, it hasn't moved to normal. It's all about, the ocean, just like the atmosphere, is all run by like fluid dynamics, right? And so it's not a matter of nothing in the ocean happens quickly. It's all like a gradual process, you know? It's all a gradual process. Okay, let's take a look at the computer models, raw stuff. Remember, we had talked on track. If you missed it, apologies, but we talked on tracking the tropics, which we do at 10 o'clock on Tuesdays, about how we were entering into a bit of a quieter stretch. Certainly, we see that now looking off the east coast of Florida here. Let's bring that full screen. All right. So according to the GFS, it just kind of hangs out through Friday, brings us that moisture, the clouds, and then comes on in. And then there's a sea of high pressure. So to that point, we're not really looking at anything. Although look north of the Virgin Islands there, north of Puerto Rico. That's Tuesday of next week. Some sort of lowered pressure. Nothing strong, doesn't look like, but something kind of working and then fading. But you can kind of see it's east of us, and then maybe crossing through South Florida. Lowerish pressure next week. That would bring up the rain chances, particularly to South Florida. And then kind of moves back to the north. All right. And then afterward, we're not doing anything crazy. We're not doing anything crazy, which for the GFS also means I don't see a cold front. Like, remember yesterday's GFS runs actually showed like a cold front. So kind of glad that we're not seeing that. All right, let's look at the European. Going back to the beginning. All right, so we've got that area of low pressure kind of hanging out there off of our east coast. High pressure. Now, the Euro's trying to throw something, just like the GFS, north of Puerto Rico next week. Not really trying to get too feisty. Moving through South Florida into the Gulf. Nothing crazy there. Something in the Caribbean there around the 22nd of July. Look at that. So that's the European ensemble around July 25th trying to dump something in the Gulf. See that there? Interesting. Now, is there ensemble support? Multi-member pressures. Got some. So they're starting to come alive. Kind of 24th, 25th. So there's something there. Okay. All right. So the models are hinting. And I think that backs up what we had discussed in our long range pattern, which is that middle of the next couple of weeks are going to be quiet. End of July, though, I do think that we're probably going to get into a bit of a more active setup. Now, I haven't shown the BSR a ton here recently because this time of year the BSR doesn't do great, but we can still take a look at it. Not to say that it's going to do anything crazy, but we'll take a look. We'll take a look. All right. What is today? Today's July 11th. Quiet. Super quiet. Love that. All right. Why are you not working? Sometimes when I try to show maps on here, the internet browser just doesn't want to work. You want to try it now? Oh, this is so funny. You don't want to work. Oh, there. Why? There we go. Okay, now you work. Okay, I'm like, why? Sometimes it just doesn't want to work. All right, now it'll work. Yeah, so I mean, I don't see anything here. It's certainly not perfect, but I don't see anything here. But again, the BSR this time of year isn't the kind of tool, isn't the same kind of tool that it is during the winter months. During the winter months, you can really, really use this thing and get great work out of it. During the summer, it's just not the same tool. So, yeah. All right. All right. So there it is. I'm on vacation this week and still have enough time to take a week off every month for the rest of the year. John, that's awesome, man. I do not, but I'm trying to take the time off that I can. Margaret says, still listening to you even near Jacksonville now. Best forecasting in Florida. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Mike, GFS still in the special sauce? No, no, it's not. No, too late. You promised us a cold front. I didn't promise it. The GFS did. The GFS is like a teenager trying to go out on a date. Like, promise the world and underdeliver, you know? Oh, man. Are there small craft advisories for Ponce Inlet area tomorrow? That's a single day of red snapper fishing on the Atlantic. I'll check. I don't know. This is when we do coffee talk and I'm off, what you get is a very uneducated me. Okay. So it does not look like small craft advisories are posted for tomorrow. Seas 1 to 2 feet, waves not too bad. Light chop. Yeah. So you'll be all right. Yeah, you just get like me that's got the curiosity of a child. That's all. The quiet before the gauntlet of August and September. It's true. It's true. It's kind of true. And by the way, I don't know if y'all missed it or not, but Colorado State updated their forecast numbers. Here's their numbers comparison to NOAA and the WESH 2 numbers. Of course, I'm not going to change mine. We'll see how this plays out. Colorado State upped their named storms, including, what is it, Alberto, Beryl, and Chris, to 25 named storms, 12 hurricanes, 6 majors. NOAA, high as well. WESH, we're a little lower than everybody else, but we are going with a higher number of hurricanes and major hurricanes. So we'll see how this all plays out. But Colorado State did update their numbers. William says, I look 68 today. Thanks. And no, a hurricane's not hitting Dunellen this weekend. Be good, Yukon. What's a vacation? Keith says. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Look, I mean, even without looking at things like small craft advisories, we can still sit here and have a weather conversation. And, if I don't know it, I can look it up real fast. Just being honest with you. All right. Yukon says, go with WESH. CSU updates, and then every year they say they were perfect. I don't think anybody says that they're perfect, and I certainly know we're not perfect on the WESH forecast. It's just trying to do the best you can. Right? That's all. So look, we have Phil Klotzbach on I try to get him on every year, and he's a great guy. He's just updating as he sees trends and things like that. Everybody does their thing, and there's no right or wrong. It's kind of like an armpit. They all exist, and they all are ugly, and they stink. Matt, looks similar to 1933. After you mentioned that last week with the most ace points in June, I did some reading. Yeah, 1933. Let's do this real fast. Let's go to the default Earth. I've got a clean Earth that I use to start off the graphics. Let's make some sausage together, okay? All right, let's just look at the storms from 1933. Add tropical historical tracks. And let's just add 1930. Ignore that for a second. Edit. That's right. It randomly adds this list of storms. All right, so let me add some storms. 1933 year. What happened in 33? I'm just going to add everything from 33. All right. There are the storms from 33. I'm not making this look pretty because who cares? This is not a graphic for TV. Color lines by storm appearance, all red. There we are. All right, so there's 1933. So 7 and 11, it looks like, hit Florida. But yeah, there's 1933's named storms. Mike, my armpits don't stink when I'm under. That's true. I hate looking at armpits. Took me several years before I start wearing tank tops. Wife bought me some. Guess she doesn't care seeing me in them. Still hate looking at armpits. I kind of agree. Like, you'll never, ever, 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 ever see me in a tank top. I don't judge anybody. It's just what it is. So anyway, that's 1933. You were talking about the historical tracks. So, I always like going back and getting the nerd stuff. Not saying that those are going to be where the storms hit, but 33 was a good busy analog year, and could be the same this year. We'll see. Oh, Cindy, that's right. 7-Eleven day, everybody gets Slurpee. That's right. Get a free Slurpee. CC, well, crap, I don't like that. Well, we'll see. Elliot, would you ever go flying with a coffee talker? I've half of my friends have formed a line of weighing to get into an airplane, and I only have so much money to fly at this moment. So let me get through the people that are like, can we go? And then we could talk. Good morning from a cruise ship in the North Atlantic. Tim, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Can you look at the water temps for 33? Lady Fox on YouTube asks, I wouldn't know where to find that data because what kind of data set do we have from 33? That's the problem. Reason why I'm modest to keep my guns under wraps. Listen, the only gun I've got here is non-existent. Yeah, it's so hidden that you can't even tell. Oh man. Yep. One storm from 33 path was very similar to Barrel. I mean, look, every season's different, so we'll just have to watch and keep track, right? All right. Questions, comments, concerns about our 7-day, about our forecast today. It's kind of cloudy. It's kind of crummy. That line of rain moved through Brevard, didn't it? Yeah, there's the Kennedy Space Center tower cam. Yeah. While we're chatting, here you go. Some heavy rain moving in the tourist district right now. Yeah. Pouring at Walt Disney World. Let's take a look at the tower cam over there. Shall we? This is the fun of having a tower cam network, right? What's the fun if you don't get to use it for when the weather's happening? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to be stuck in that right now. No gun, just a water pistol, Angel says. Yeah, yeah. CC, what's the water temps now compared to last year? I think that they're probably as a basin warmer. Look at that. Tourist district. It's pouring. You can see it in the bottom left corner there on our live first warning Doppler radar. Not a fun little morning commute there, got to tell you. Jamie says, I like the scruff. You should keep it for TV. So I'm the only one that's allowed to wear glasses on TV. I am not allowed to do this. There's only one person that's allowed to have scruff on TV, and that's not me. So, yeah. Kathy Joe, since we do LRC, can it be taken back that far to 33? Yeah, I can pull up surface maps from 1933. Did you know that? I know I've done it before, but like, U.S. Daily Weather Maps, July 11th, 33. Here. 1871 to 68. Yeah, I can pull it up. Yep. Yeah, it's all there. Sheldon wears he's not allowed to often, but he does wear glasses. No, he's not allowed to often. If he needs to, he needs to. Tina's asking Typhoon Lagoon forecast for today. Here. Stand by, stand by, stand by. Here's your Typhoon Lagoon forecast for today. Cloudy, showers. It's going to be warm, but yeah. Oh, I'm not telling. Listen, Sheldon also sometimes doesn't wear a tie, and I've seen him get yelled at on the set, poor guy. Like, mid-newscast. Annie, I thought I saw Scruff. Yeah. But I'm home. I'm on vacation. So I'm not going to say that they can't tell me what to do here because as soon as I say that, my phone will ring and they'll be like, Mr. Burris, we need to talk to you about your scruff. But they haven't done that. Yeah. Christy says, never really noticed you're the only one with glasses. Is it because I'm nerdy? I think they wanted to make me a character. So I would probably say yeah. All right. That's all I got, people. Be the sunshine. It may be cloudy and crummy outside. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Would you please? And for those of you in the tourist district, I'm really sorry that the weather's kind of crummy right now. I mean, it's gotten worse in the last few seconds. Yeah. Sorry about that. All right. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Sound good? Sound good. Bye, y'all.